Introduction to Shahabuddin Ghuri. Shahabuddin Ghuri, also known as Muhammad Ghori, was a significant figure in the history of medieval India and Central Asia. His real name was Mu'izz ad-Din Muhammad, and he was born around 1149 in the region of Ghor, located in present-day Afghanistan. Ghuri played a crucial role in the establishment of Muslim rule in the Indian subcontinent, particularly in the northern regions, during the late 12th century. His conquests laid the foundation for the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, which would go on to shape the history and culture of India for centuries. Early life and rise to power. Shahabuddin Ghuri was born into the Ghorid dynasty, which ruled over the mountainous region of Ghor in Afghanistan. The Ghorids were originally vassals of the Ghaznavid Empire, but they gradually gained independence and established their own rule. Ghuri's early life was marked by the turbulent politics of the region, characterized by constant power struggles and conflicts with neighboring states. After the death of his elder brother, Ghiyath ad-Din Muhammad, who ruled over Ghor, Shahabuddin Ghuri ascended to the throne. Ghiyath had already laid a solid foundation by consolidating Ghorid power and expanding their territory. Shahabuddin Ghuri inherited this legacy and was determined to further expand his realm, particularly towards the east. Conquests in India. Shahabuddin Ghuri's ambition to expand his empire led him to focus on the rich and prosperous lands of northern India. The Indian subcontinent, at that time, was a patchwork of fragmented kingdoms and states, making it vulnerable to external invasions. Ghuri saw this as an opportunity to extend his influence. 1. First Battle of Tarain, 1191. Ghuri's first significant attempt to invade India was marked by the Battle of Tarain in 1191. He faced the formidable forces of Prithviraj Chauhan, the ruler of the Chauhan dynasty. The battle took place near Tarain, modern-day Taraori in Haryana. Despite his efforts, Shahabuddin Ghuri suffered a severe defeat at the hands of Prithviraj Chauhan, who emerged victorious. Ghuri was wounded in the battle and had to retreat. 2. Second Battle of Tarain, 1192. Undeterred by his initial defeat, Shahabuddin Ghuri regrouped and returned to challenge Prithviraj Chauhan in the Second Battle of Tarain in 1192. This time, Ghuri employed different tactics, including the use of mounted archers, which proved to be highly effective against the Indian forces. The battle was fierce and bloody, but ultimately, Ghuri emerged victorious. Prithviraj Chauhan was captured and later executed, marking a significant turning point in Indian history. This victory opened the gates for Ghuri to establish Muslim rule in northern India. 3. Consolidation of power. After his victory at Tarain, Shahabuddin Ghuri focused on consolidating his power in the newly acquired territories. He appointed his trusted general, Qutb-ud-din Aibak, as his viceroy in India. Aibak played a crucial role in furthering Ghuri's conquests and establishing a stable administration. Ghuri and Aibak captured several important cities, including Delhi, Ajmer, and Kannauj, thereby extending their control over a vast region. Legacy and administration. Shahabuddin Ghuri's legacy in India is marked by his military conquests and the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. His victories paved the way for a new era in Indian history, characterized by the rise of Muslim rule and the subsequent cultural and political transformations. 1. Military tactics and strategies. Shahabuddin Ghuri was known for his strategic brilliance and innovative military tactics. His use of mounted archers and swift cavalry movements gave him a significant advantage over his adversaries. These tactics were particularly effective in the Indian context, where traditional armies relied heavily on infantry and elephants. Ghuri's ability to adapt and innovate on the battlefield was a key factor in his success. 2. Administrative reforms. Ghuri's administration in India was marked by several key reforms that laid the groundwork for the Delhi Sultanate. He established a centralized system of governance, with a focus on efficient tax collection and law enforcement. His appointment of capable and loyal governors, such as Qutb-ud-din Aibak, ensured stability and continuity in the newly conquered territories. 3. Cultural and religious impact. The establishment of Muslim rule in northern India under Shahabuddin Ghuri had a profound impact on the cultural and religious landscape of the region. The spread of Islam and the construction of mosques and madrasas, Islamic schools, became more prominent. This period also saw the fusion of Persian, Central Asian, and Indian cultural elements, which enriched the region's art, architecture, and literature. Death and succession. Shahabuddin Ghuri's reign came to an end on March 15, 1206, when he was assassinated near the Jhelum River, in present-day Pakistan, while returning from a military campaign. His death marked a significant moment in the history of the Ghorid dynasty and the Indian subcontinent. After his assassination, the Ghorid Empire faced a period of instability and fragmentation. However, Shahabuddin Ghuri's legacy endured through his trusted general, Qutb-ud-din Aibak, who established the Mamluk dynasty in India, also known as the Delhi Sultanate. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in Indian history, characterized by the rise of several powerful sultanates that would rule over the subcontinent for centuries. Conclusion. Shahabuddin Ghuri's impact on the history of India and Central Asia cannot be overstated. His military conquests and administrative reforms laid the foundation for the establishment of Muslim rule in northern India, which had far-reaching consequences for the region's cultural, political, and social development. Ghuri's legacy as a strategic military leader and a visionary ruler continues to be remembered and studied by historians and scholars. Through his determination, innovative tactics, and administrative foresight, Shahabuddin Ghuri played a pivotal role in shaping the medieval history of the Indian subcontinent. His story is a testament to the dynamic and transformative nature of historical processes, where individuals and their actions can leave an indelible mark on the course of history. Additional points of interest for your video. 1. Ghuri's relationship with the Abbasid Caliphate. While expanding his empire, Shahabuddin Ghuri maintained a complex relationship with the Abbasid Caliphate. He sought legitimacy and recognition from the Caliph, which helped consolidate his power and authority. Discussing this relationship can provide insights into the broader geopolitical context of Ghuri's reign. 2. Economic impact of Ghuri's rule. The establishment of Ghuri's rule in northern India had significant economic implications. The new administration introduced changes in the agricultural and trade sectors, which influenced the region's economic landscape. Exploring these changes can add depth to your video by highlighting the economic dimensions of Ghuri's conquests. 3. Architectural contributions. Shahabuddin Ghuri's reign saw the construction of several important architectural landmarks. Notable among these is the Qutb Minar in Delhi, initiated by Qutb-ud-din Aibak. Discussing the architectural contributions of this period can provide a visual and cultural perspective to your narrative. 4. Comparison with contemporary rulers. Comparing Shahabuddin Ghuri with other contemporary rulers, such as Saladin in the Middle East or Richard the Lionheart in Europe, can offer a broader understanding of his significance in the global context of the 12th century. This comparative approach can make your video more engaging and informative. Conclusion. Shahabuddin Ghuri's legacy as a conqueror, strategist, and administrator has left an indelible mark on the history of the Indian subcontinent. His conquests and the subsequent establishment of the Delhi Sultanate set the stage for a new era in Indian history, characterized by cultural synthesis, political transformation, and economic change.